Good morning, students. I am Sheba Rashid, taking second chapter, biological classification. Students, why we need to classify living organism? Actually, there are need of use organism for own use, for shelter, food, and clothing. First of all, Aristotle was the earliest to attempt a more scientific basis for classification. He used simple morphological character and he classify and make the two groups of living organism. One was plants and the other was animals. Plants divided into trees, shrubs and herbs. Animals were divided into those which have red blood and those that did not have red bloods. After that, Linnaeus gave the two kingdom system of classification with Plantae and Animalia. He changed the name plants and animals, which given by the Aristotle. But after that, Linnaeus gave the name Plantae and Animalia. This system did not distinguish between the eukaryotes and prokaryotes, unicellular and multicellular organism, and photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic organism. So the two kingdom classification used for a long time was found inadequate. After that, there was five kingdom classification. R.H. Whittaker, 1969, proposed a five kingdom classification. The kingdom defined by him were named Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. In five kingdom classification, R.H. Whittaker takes some criteria, and this criteria includes cell structure, thallus organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction and phylogenetic relationship. We are taking one by one these criteria. The main criteria, first criteria is cell structure. Structure of cell can be prokaryotic and eukaryotic. As we know, the prokaryotic is the minute tiny cells, while the eukaryotic is comparatively large cells. In prokaryotic, there is no nuclear membrane present and some cell organelles are not present in prokaryotic, while in eukaryotic cell organelles are found and there is distinctive nuclear membrane is present. Second point is thallus organization. As we know, our body is made up of a single structural and functional unit of cell, and there is a unicellular, or we can say the cell can be multicellular. So the cell structure can be the unicellular or multicellular. So he divided the groups, five kingdom groups, into the for the cell structure. Thallus organization. Organization of thallus can be unicellular and multicellular. There can be cellular or there can be multicellular or tissue system, organ or organ system. Next was reproduction. It can be of two types: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, there is a need of one parent only, while in sexual reproduction, there is a need of two parents. Next is phylogenetic relationship, means the evolutionary relationship. So in five kingdom classification, the criteria was the cell structure, thallus organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction, phylogenetic relationship. This table shows the characters and the five kingdom classification, as you can see here. First character is cell type. As I explained, five kingdom classification is divided into Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. R.H. Whittaker gave this five kingdom classification and characterize these kingdom and take the criteria. First criteria is cell type. In Monera, the cell is prokaryotic. while in Monera cell is prokaryotic, while in Protista, fungi, plantae and Animalia cell type is eukaryotic. Second characteristic, cell wall. In Monera, cell wall is made up of amino acid and polysaccharide, while in Protista, some Protista have cell wall, while the some Protista doesn't have the cell wall. In fungi, cellulose in fungi, cell wall is made up of chitin. Without cellulose means it is made up of chitin. You can write here chitin. Next, plantae. In plantae, cell wall is made up of cellulose, and in Animalia, cell wall is absent. So remember this: in fungi, cell wall is made up of chitin. It is a characteristic feature of fungi. And in plantae, cell wall is made up of cellulose, while in Animalia, cell wall is absent. There is a one mark question can be happen with this. Next is nuclear membrane. In nuclear membrane, obviously Monera are prokaryotic, so the nuclear membrane is absent, while in Protista, fungi, plantae and Animalia, nuclear membrane is present. Nuclear membrane, when the nuclear membrane is present, this is a characteristic feature of eukaryotic. In prokaryotic, nuclear membrane always absent. Body organization. In Monera, body is made of cellular, that means unicellular structure. In Protista, there is unicellular organism present. In fungi, multicellular, more than one cell present in fungi, while in plantae there is a tissue system, means there is same kind of cells which make the tissue, and same kind of tissue make the organ. And in Animalia, there is a complex system, that means similar types of cells make the tissues, similar kind of tissues make the organ, and similar types of cells make organ, and organ make the organ system, like digestive system, excretory system, respiratory system. In Animalia, there is a complex structure. Next is mode of nutrition. We can see here mode of nutrition can be autotrophic or heterotrophic. In Monera, both type of nutrition is here. Autotrophic nutrition means when the organism make their food themselves, while in heterotrophic, organism makes their depends on other to take their food. In Monera, both type of nutrition, nutrition taken by the organism, autotrophic and heterotrophic. Autotrophic can be chemosynthetic and photosynthetic. Chemosynthetic means taking the chemical by an inorganic substance, and in saprophytic, heterotrophic, there is a saprophytic and parasitic. As you have earlier studied, saprophytic means when the organism depend on the dead and decay material, while the parasitic nutrition taken by the living organism. There is one other term also here, photosynthetic. You have studied in class 10th. Photosynthesis, when the plants make their food in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water taken by the environment and soil, and they make their food themselves. They make carbohydrate, C6H12O6 glucose, and release the oxygen gas. Next, Protista. In Protista, there is also the mode of nutrition of two types, heterotrophic and autotrophic. In fungi, heterotrophic nutrition taken by the fungi, it can be saprophytic, they can grow on the dead and decay material, or parasitic, they can take their nutrition by the living organism. Next, plantae. In plantae, there is mode of nutrition is only autotrophic. That means plants make their food themselves. In animalia, there is mode of nutrition is only heterotrophic. It can be holozoic or saprophytic. You can see here in mode of nutrition in Monera, there is one thing which you have to remember. In Monera, generally the whole member of bacteria follow the kingdom Monera. Some bacteria poses autotrophic nutrition, and plantae also poses the autotrophic nutrition. So the question arises, give two example of autotrophic mode of nutrition. Then you can give the example. One is plant, as you learned earlier, and second is bacteria, some bacteria. You can say the cyanobacteria. So two example of autotrophic nutrition, plant and some bacteria. After that, we will take these kingdoms in detail: Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae and animalia, one by one. In Monera, we will take the two division, Archaebacteria and Eubacteria, in our next class. Okay, thank you so much.